Hello, my friends. It's a wonderful day in the Philippines. Hey, I went out to look at 3 properties today. I know it's been a while. And one of them's a deal, the other was okay. The one I found, the lights are not bright in there. It's like, I think their electricity's off or they're running on solar and the batteries were low. So I used a phone, but it's okay. It's $95 a month, 2-bedroom, full bath with a shower and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think it's hot water. And it has a little side yard on each side of the house. It's got a pretty large covered patio area. It doesn't have a yard, but it's plenty to park. Enough room for 2 cars, I think. They're using half of it, basically. They're using it like a living room, although they do have a formal living room. So it's a 3 to a 5-year lease with extension at $95 a month. So let's take a look. Okay, here we are riding down the street past the public market. It's in a town called Taquin, which is a little bit outside of Porac. Now you can catch a jeepney right about where this video started, and it'll take you all the way to Angeles City, maybe about a 30-minute drive. So you can see it's about 3 blocks from the highway, about 2.5 blocks from the market. Now you could walk to the market, and you could take a little pedicab like the one ahead of us to bring your groceries back if it's heavy. Or you could take a trike like the one that I'm riding in. So coming up a little bit further, there's going to be a little narrow street here to the right. I didn't get it on video because when we first got there, we passed it up. But I do have it on the way out. Okay, here we are at the entrance to the house, walking in. I'm kind of standing in the living room, but I'm trying to wait for a light so we can see what's going on. Now I'm heading straight back towards the kitchen area. You can see they have lots of knickknacks. It's hard to get a feel for how big it is. It's bigger than it looks, actually. So the kitchen's actually nice. The ceiling needs some work. I understood that the roof has been fixed, but it just needs the wood and the paint reinstalled and painted on the ceiling there in the kitchen. I'm guessing that labor and materials would be somewhere around 100 to 150. Now the cabinets and all the rest of it look really nice to me. So maybe just a paint job because the color is fresh paint. There's large space for a refrigerator, stove, oven. Coming back out, it's a pretty decent sized living room. They got the elegant ceiling in it. There again, just needs some paint. Again, the furniture along the walls, it's hard to tell how big it is. I'm not sure how much furniture will be remaining in as partially furnished. There's a pretty large bedroom there. It's actually, it's hard to tell again because you got the cabinets and stuff. This is actually an outside side yard, covered side yard. Looks like it acts as a secondary outdoor kitchen, that type of thing. And leads to the garage. Now notice the garage is pretty large. This doesn't really do it justice, but you can see there's 2 trikes in there, and they still have room that they use part floor living room. It's kind of like an outdoor covered patio type thing. And we're coming right back in the same door we came in to begin with and taking another look at the living room from walking in the door. Here's a bedroom. Again, it's a nice sized bedroom, has air con. Both bedrooms have air conditioning in them. And going back towards, I'm kind of trying to span the living room area so you can see it. It's not always easy to do, and I'm not sure necessarily what's coming through in the lights, so that's why I've videoed some of this twice. Not sure how much of the furniture is staying. Again, this is a 3 to 5-year lease for $95 a month with extensions. Now the owner is, as I understand it, will be living overseas permanently, so the offer to purchase was never discussed, but a 3-year to a 5-year with an extension is just no problem at the $95 a month. Here's another look at the bathroom. It's going to need a hose for the shower. It looks like it had one at one point, which hooks up above, and that's the shower. Now, there's no hot water to it, so if you wanted to add the hot water, it probably cost you about $110 for the water heater that hooks up right there in the shower, and probably about $20 for an electrician and materials to come and hook it up. Now, when you got a hot water in the shower, you want to make sure you got the right kind of electrician who knows what he's doing when he's hooking the thing up. Now, the ceiling in there, as I understand it, the roof's been fixed. It's just the ceiling needs to be repaired. Again, I think that's $100 to $150 with labor and materials and paint. Probably to paint this whole thing inside and out, you're looking at $300 with materials and labor. So, in other words, for around $1,500, you'd have your rent paid for the first year. You have it painted inside and out, and the ceiling fixed in the kitchen. Now, a little bit more, you'd have a hot water heater and for the bathroom, for the shower. But I can't tell whatever else you'd want to do. Maybe you'd add some appliances, but those would be those appliances you'd be taking with you. Now, this looks pretty narrow, but you can drive a car through here, no problem. And see those 4 doors there? Those all open up. That's where your parking's at. So you could just kind of pull right in there. It doesn't have to be too complicated. It's certainly not too tight to parallel park. I'm going to walk back over here and stick the camera through so you can see, like, just the last 2 doors there. You've got 2 motorcycles in there and 2 sidecars. So it's a good sized, and it's wide enough where even if you're not super sharp on parking, you can open the door and just slide right in there, no problem. I met a few of the neighbors. They seem super nice, and you can walk out to the end of the street, as you can see right there, and here you're a half a block to this other road, and then you're up to the market. The market is within 3 blocks. You're at the highway. You can get on a jeepney there. It'll take you all the way to Angeles City. I believe it's about 40 pesos, about 70 cents all the way to Angeles. To go to Porac, you're probably talking 15 pesos. So, it's not a bad location. Now, the one thing about this deal, which we haven't had in the ones that I've found for you before, and in this one, if you don't get here till September or August, it's fine. They have people in there. They're not in a rush to move out, and they're not in a rush to get somebody in there. So literally, you could just about walk out to the end of the street. You got your suitcase and get your transportation all the way to the airport to get all the way to wherever you want to go. So if you're just getting here, this could be a great little home base. And with the expenses it is, like 1 month's rent in America, you could afford to walk away if you really wanted to when you found out another place that you wanted to go.